Rated M for mature.
Are you unnecessarily worried by windy days? Or perhaps you've just got a dangerous knowledge of human anatomy? Here are the 7 things you only know if you play too much Sniper Elite.
Officially, there's obviously no such thing as playing too much Sniper Elite. I mean, you can take as many headshots, plant as many mines, and label as many enemies as you like. We absolutely won't judge. But it's important to take note that if you do spend a significant amount of time with Carl Fairburn here, certain things are going to change in your brain. And while that's no bad thing, some of them are interesting. Here then are 7 things you only know if you play too much Sniper Elite.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
We're starting with an obvious one. Play a few hours of Sniper Elite and your insight into the inner workings of our bodies goes through the roof. That X-ray cam isn't just a device to let you bask in the satisfaction of a well-placed bullet through virtual Nazi hide, although it definitely is that as well, but it's also a kind of crash course in anatomy whenever it appears. There's a pretty detailed simulation going on whenever Sniper Elite models projectiles bound to the laws of physics and anatomy. Soon, your understanding of fast-moving metal projectiles and their relationship to human biology reaches such a high level that you start to wish for ludicrous questions at your pub quiz. Like, which bones would break first if an antique cannon was dropped onto a human body from 20 feet in the air? Ooh, I know this one. It's all of them. Now, where's my free bar tab?
Sometimes when a game gets under your skin, it changes the way you look at the real world, doesn't it? Who among us hasn't spotted some long grass on a country walk and made a mental note that, oh handy, there's some cover nearby if we're spotted? But in this case, it's not so much the sights we think differently about as the sounds. Play enough Sniper Elite and you get a real knack for using loud noises to mask your shots. Planes going overhead, trucks backfiring, typical World War II Italian island sort of stuff. These all provide great opportunities to pull the trigger without alerting enemies to your location. So what happens when you're walking past a building site IRL and someone drops something heavy? Or when someone drops a plate in a restaurant? Ordinarily, your first instinct might be to make that whoo noise we Brits are hard-coded to make when someone drops something. But spend enough time in Carl Fairbairn's SOE issue boots and all that changes. Loud noises, time to take the shot.
Let's picture the scene from here in San Celini. It's been a stressful day, maybe even a stressful week, and you've finally downloaded that meditation app that everyone's been going on about. You load it up and there's a blob on screen to watch and slow your breathing with. In and out. In and oh good, I can get some focus now to make sure I nail my shot. Excellent beats per minute, heart. Good work. I'll just wait for the sound mask to come and then I can... Oh, wait. I meant to be meditating. Yes, Sniper Elite absolutely ruins your meditation app. But it does mean that we're really good at getting very relaxed. Just for a different purpose. It means staring down those sights, watching every move and making sure that our respiration rates mean the best possible result. Well, not for everyone.
From the cosy little bush or ruined spire you choose to take residence in Sniper Elite, all enemies before you are basically your plaything. You decide whether they live or die, although let's face it, they're getting bodied, aren't they? And you can even manipulate their movements. Blowing up something red and flammable will draw a lot of attention to the site of the explosion. Chucking a rock near a patrolling soldier will send them off to investigate, giving you a window of opportunity to, do this. Same goes for whistling when instead of sending them somewhere else, you want them to come to you. Dance puppets. So it's a bit of an adjustment when you're back in the real world and you can't skip cues just by emptying a pocket full of pebbles and watching people scatter off as they go to investigate, or empty a nearby hatchback of its occupants simply by whistling a few bars of Deep Purple. No, the cold, sad truth is that people in everyday life simply aren't as interested in the movements of small stones as Axis forces circa 1943. More's the shame.
It's not like we didn't care about history before. But it turns out that when it comes to a new accidental specialist subject, Sniper Elite is absolutely responsible for your intricate knowledge of World War II weaponry and gear. The rate of fire difference between the M1903 Springfield and the Lee Enfield No. 4, for instance, or the specific moments that you'd need an S-mine over a teller. These little nuggets of information mean you'd give anything to go back and speak to your high school history teacher so that you could say that video games actually taught you something useful. Between this and the human anatomy lessons, we're gearing up for at least GCSE level, if nothing else. And let's not forget geography. We're not saying that those map cutscenes are the first pieces of information we've ever seen, reminding us of the locations of European countries, but it is nice to have a reminder every so often. Right?
Everyone's got that one mate, haven't they, who seems a bit uneasy whenever summer turns to autumn, when the leaves start skittering about underfoot in a chilly September breeze. That mate who absolutely can't stand a windy day. Well, let me tell you now, that mate is a Sniper Elite player. Now, cadet difficulty players might not have to worry about adjusting their shot's trajectory according to wind speed and direction, but on higher difficulties, Sniper Elite gets pretty in-depth about projectile drop-off, the weather, and how a real sniper using World War II's finest long-range rifles would have had to compensate for it. And, obviously, wind speed and direction have a habit of doing whatever they like. They don't care if you've got your crosshairs perfectly over a German commander's nasal hairs from 300 metres away. Think you've adjusted for us, do you? Well, no, we've just changed again, so deal with that. Yeah, I mean, after a few hours of this, you can see the appeal of a nice still day, can't you?
It's official. You can't put a price on friendship. Although you might find your best pals nosedive in value if they continue to not wait for the sound mask to take a shot. Sniper Elite's multiplayer modes are perfect for stretching and testing those bonds that tie us together. Do you have someone you would trust to look out for you as you cower in Cafe Mario, staying desperately out of sight? Suddenly, you might find yourself judging your friends not on how many times they called you last week or even how they helped you move house, but on their patience and timing. This is a life or death situation, and sniping is all about waiting for just the right moment. Sorry, Phil, I would be your friend, but I just don't think I could trust you to take the right shot when it comes to taking out a sniper before they spot me. Sorry. Sure you understand.
And that's it for our list of 7 things you only know if you play too much Sniper Elite. What are your personal picks for this list? Leave us your own, God, I've really been playing this a lot, haven't I, moments, in the comments below, and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more and hit that notification bell to make sure you never miss a video from us. We will see you next time.